Afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, man. Welcome back to the Lewis Basketball Network. Here you're drinking just a little bottle of water, but it is your boy Lewis, and I am back once again with another banger with yet another video. So make sure to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to always keep receiving the latest content. I appreciate you guys for always taking the time to watch my videos, and make sure at the end, make sure to share this video. Only helps the channel grow, man. Truly appreciate it. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Detective Lou is on the case. Your boy once again caught Shannon Sharpe lying on national television on FS1 Undisputed for that Fox network that we call Fox. And my question is, why is this even a topic? Why is this even a topic? Because as Chris Broussard said, proud member of the 3-6 Mafia, says, we are going to talk about LeBron any shape, way possible because we need LeBron in the playoffs and we're going to talk about him no matter what. The hypnotized, brainwashed Chris Broussard, along with the other members of the 3-6 Mafia, so infatuated with LeBron James, so homoerotic with LeBron James. I don't think anybody takes it to another level than a man, a black man, mind you, puts on PJs of another man, labeled on his body, and sleeps with it as well. Got bed sheets of a man. He's probably got candles with a picture of this man in his private closet, in his room. It's sick and disgusting, man. But anyway, what's going to happen is that they're going to talk about if LeBron deserves to be on an All-NBA team. I asked you again, why is this even a topic? We can't even wait until after the season to see if LeBron makes an All-NBA team. Now, what do I think? Does LeBron deserve to be on the first team? Hell no. Hell no. And anybody wants to argue with that, go right ahead. I'll argue with the best of them, but there's no way LeBron is a first-team All-NBA player. Now with them overrated stats, the XYZ overrated selective truth stats that had no impact on team-winning games. I told you, don't come at me with fourth-place narratives. Don't even come at me with the groin injury and the missing 18 games. You're going to mention that, you better mention the other players. But anyway, these guys are going to pretty much talk about it, and I'm just going to give my thoughts on it, and I'm going to pause the video in between. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy.
An All-NBA team. LeBron has made one of the three teams 14 years in a row, but The Ringer asked the question if he should be...
They just had to let it be known that he made All-NBA 14 years in a row. Just like in year 15, he played all 82 games. Woo! Standing ovation for LeBron James. Woo! Hell of an accomplishment.
Left off those teams this year. They write that it would be, quote, historically rare to be All-NBA after playing just 55 games and missing the playoffs. Giannis, KD, and Paul George.
Just like Chris Broussard was trying to make a case with LeBron about how he could win the MVP if he possibly missed 20 games. And like he said, nobody ever in the history of the NBA has missed more than 15 games and was even an MVP candidate or even won the MVP award. But I said that the media would have tried to make the case if LeBron had ended up playing the rest of the regular season games when he came back from his groin injury. But now he's sitting out the rest of the time to heal. BioClinic, you tell me.
Are pretty much guaranteed to take 3 of the 6 forward spots. On the positive side, LeBron did average about 27 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists.
The overrated
this
XYZ
season.
stats.
So Shannon, should LeBron make an All-NBA team?
Yeah, he should. I mean, he should be second team All NBA. Second team over who? Even.
I'm gonna have to really look into a lot of these players to see who really belongs on second team and third team. Now, am I gonna sit here and say LeBron doesn't even deserve to be an All NBA player? No, that would be honestly ridiculous, and that would kind of really be not even kind of, that actually would be showing hate unless if LeBron really didn't play like an All NBA player. LeBron still played like an All NBA player, but he's definitely not first team. And I mean, in my opinion, he's borderline third team. I don't even know if he was even that good enough to even be second team. But that's just me.
Of all the guys, you got Paul George, you got KD, you got Giannis, you got Kawhi, whomever, Blake Griffin, name them all. Name the guy on that list that I just mentioned that averaged 27, 8, and 8.
You see, he uses the overrated XYZ stats again to make excuses, to say that he had a very good year. It wasn't even by LeBron standards, but he had a great year. You notice that every time I look at LeBron stats, his seasons really don't stand out. It's 26, 25, 27, 28. He only averaged 30 once. So when you really think about it, he's just steady. There's really no change in his game. And I already told you his rebound and assists are overrated. So if you haven't checked out my videos, please check out my videos when I talk about both his rebounding and his assists are overrated. Please check those out. But once again, Shannon is making excuses as to why LeBron deserves to be on an All-NBA team just because he averaged 27, 8, and 8. LeBron fans are going to go, but no, nobody else can do it. So why, if it's so easy, why can't anybody else do it? Well, it's easier when your team is boxing out and you get loose ball rebounds. It's easier when you make a pass when teams have to either stand around or get free in the half court, and then they make the shot so that you can get the assist. It's that simple. You don't get the assist if they don't make the shot, right?
Well, those aren't the only stats.
Oh,
Those can be misleading.
Yeah, they misleading.
Thank you, Skip. Oh,
Everybody got misleading stats.
everybody as in who, though? Who are you talking about? Because for sure, LeBron has misleading stats. The 27, 8, and 8, or the 28, 8, and 8, whichever number you want to switch it to boost your boo. But those stats are overrated, too. They're very misleading. That's what I keep telling. See, and this is what these LeBron stands don't want to get. Those numbers are very misleading. Very misleading. But they make the excuse and say the same thing. Oh, but he averaged 27, 8, and 8. Oh, he had the Lakers in fourth place.
Ron, the only one that got misleading stat, but that's all I know he did. That's all I know.
Okay.
Wait, so you just admitted that LeBron has misleading stats. Lie number one.
Skip, look. Kawhi, you said, well, Kawhi, it might be Kawhi. Kawhi takes off when he wants to.
Oh, now you're saying that. After I said it all year, you said, that doesn't.
Well, I got to give Skip credit because he may not like number two, but number two plays well when he's on the floor for the Raptors. They don't miss a beat because they have a system. They're still deep, but they have a system. It's not like it's the Kawhi system and everybody suffers. Like with LeBron, whenever he doesn't play, the team suffers because of his style of play. Because now they don't really have a direction. They don't have an identity of what offense are they really going to be when he's not on the floor. They're so used to playing his style that they really don't know what to play when he's not on the floor. So when you use the records, with the Kyrie and the Cavaliers were 4 and 23 without LeBron, that's misleading because of LeBron's system. Give Kyrie a talented team and let's see what LeBron's record would have been if they played an actual system where they're not relying on the LeBron James system. I'll wait. But the problem is I haven't seen that his whole career. So you can't use that excuse. But that's what Bron stands will always love to hang their hat on.
Matter?
I think it's official.
Hold on.
So now we speak out of other side of
No, but let me ask you a question. When Kawhi takes off, what's Toronto's record? Do they miss a beat? They do not.
15 and 5.
Hold on. How does the best player, an all-NBA player, gets to take off that amount of time and his team is 15 and...
Well, Shannon, that's due to the organization, that's due to the coaches with the whole low management because they know of Kawhi's injury in that crazy situation. I've already been on record as saying both Kawhi and the Spurs pretty much handled that very, very wrong. And I'm trying to be objective for both sides. But they have a system in place. As I just said, that's the reason why when Kawhi even misses games, they don't skip a beat. One, they're deep, and two, they play a system. The reason why LeBron's teams struggle is because of LeBron's system. Lie number two.
I get it. If you want KD, Paul George, Giannis is unanimous. If you want KD, Paul George, okay, go back and forth. Okay, I got no problem with that either. But when you start getting to the second team and you say, well, Blake Griffin, really? You gonna say Kawhi, really?
What you mean, really, man? Both of those guys, when they're on the floor, they impact their team. What do you mean, really? Shannon, you sound ridiculous right now, as usual. It's like, you're exposing yourself each and every time you even talk. You sound just like LeBron. You constantly contradict your statements every single time you speak. Once again, for the second consecutive day, Shannon embarrasses himself, and your boy Lewis catches him on his lying BS. Lewis, well done, sir. Well done.
You, Chris Middleton, man, they need to stop with all this. Look.
No Chris Middleton. No.
Whomever you think, Skip, is that what
I would put Chris Middleton at least third team All-NBA, at least.
has happened is that LeBron James is held to such a high standard.
Well, why shouldn't he be? He's LeBron James.
But he ain't the best player. You told me this
Lie number 3. You see what Shannon just did? He just said that we hold LeBron to a high standard. Skip said it's because it's LeBron James. Exactly, because he called himself the greatest player of all time. And what did Shannon just say? Oh, no, but now you were saying that he's not even the best player. See how he keeps trying to twist the situation? Another lie.
You tell me he is the best player. So then we got to put the...
See, now he just said he is. See how he keeps switching? Lie number 4. See? I catch this stuff, man.
Our way up here.
When somebody jump over that bar, tell me. When somebody average 27, 8,
I ask again, which side of mouth are you speaking out of?
Thank you.
Let's grab.
Thank you. Thank you, Skip. Thank you. Which side are you talking on, Shannon? Because you keep changing your arguments back and forth to try to fit, but you're exposing yourself because you're making no darn sense. And every single time that you talk, all you do is make Skip's point and you make my point. Thank you for making us look good. But even if you didn't try to do it intentionally, or if you were, I still thank you. But regardless, you made my point. I was going to expose you regardless anyway. I did it yesterday.
Beat him by the highest curve,
he's
right?
still the baddest man on the planet.
Okay, then fine.
And he should be all NBA.
The baddest man on the planet with a groin injury, having his physical therapist come out saying that he should have been out for 6 months. How bad really is he? Had to have half the team traded to try to get one superstar player who was being controlled like a puppet, who's not only a slave for Nike, but then a slave for a 2 for $20. You convinced him for a 2 for $20 to get another player to join? He's so bad, yet he's got to have all these players join him? Really? Baddest man on the planet? Please.
Him that way.
Okay. I'm not saying, Skip, he should not be first team. He should not be first team.
Once again, you're lying. You definitely want him first team because you're going to say, you just said he averaged 27, 8, and 8. 27, 8, and 8. So by your pretty much by the way you're speaking, LeBron should be first team all NBA over everybody else, right? Because it would be historically rare that after 14 straight seasons, LeBron does not make first team all NBA. Wow.
With the amount of games that he missed, and the way his team played, he shouldn't be first team.
And that would be Kevin Durant and Giannis.
Okay. Or you can say Paul George. Can you make it seem like Paul George is a slouch, even though he's
I thought for the first half of the season, Paul George was a first team all NBA player. Right now, I have him second team. Giannis and wow, this is really kind of tough. Actually, with KD and Paul George, you could kind of flip flop. But for some reason, I think the NBA is going to make KD first team though, and Paul George will be second team.
I'll say the last 11 games.
I was pushing him for MVP for like a month.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
Skip was pushing George Paul to be MVP for the first half of the season, and Skip even gave him credit. So I got to give Skip credit on that one. Skip stays consistent. I mean, at times, like I said, he says a lot of nonsense when it comes to other things. But when it's come to LeBron James, he has been pretty much spot on. It's just everybody gets fueled by how Skip hates him. No, Skip really likes him too. It all balances out. It's like people act like Skip always bashes him and criticizes him. He gives him credit. It's just you guys keep overriding the bashes for his praises.
Okay, it looked like it's going to be KD and Giannis.
Okay, Paul George is going to be on the second team.
With
And
LeBron.
I'm pretty sure that number 2 in Toronto will make the second team.
How?
I'm just pretty sure. He's career high 27 and 7, and they are.
Wait a minute. So LeBron gets to make it with 27, 8, and 8 when his team had no impact on his team victories and he's out of the playoffs. Paul George's Oklahoma City Thunder are in the playoffs. Kawhi Leonard's Raptors are the second best team in the league, and even when Kawhi's healthy, he has an impact on the floor, one of the best all-ball defenders in the league, but he doesn't get to make second team? Lie number 5, and Shannon, I just caught your bias once again. Lewis, once again, I tell you, well done, sir.
53 and 23. I don't like the games he's missed.
They're not better than last year. They were 59. They were the number 1 seed. At best case scenario, they're the number 2 seed.
Even with their 59 wins, were we really going to take the Raptors seriously as a title contender with DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry? The Raptor fans kept saying all year, it's a different team. It's a different team. I had people tell me, Lewis, it's a different Raptors team. And I said, I'm not convinced. As deep as they are, Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan as your best players to win a championship, it was not going to happen. Kawhi Leonard looks more believable with this team. So please, Shannon, spare me.
With DeRozan.
Number 2 is still considered one of the best on-ball defenders in the league.
Exactly.
LeBron James' defense is now an afterthought.
Yeah.
So,
Isn't that the same thing I've been saying? I mean, objective basketball fans could clearly see that he has no impact on the defensive end. but they want to use his offensive stats to cover his defensive stats. So basically, you're making excuses, right? Because offensive stats overriding his poor defense equals excuses. Thank you very much.
That's going to put number 2 over the top onto the number 2 team.
Think about this, Skip. You just said he had a career high in points and a rebound. And you still ain't having a better year than LeBron, and LeBron had in that.
Oh, yes, he is. Because it's called impact. LeBron James has no impact. His stats are inflated, bro. La XYZ, la overrated, la selective truth stats. That is the reason why Kawhi actually does deserve to be there, even if he's missed 20 games. LeBron's going to miss 7 more games than Kawhi Leonard. And yet you're still trying to make a case of why he deserves it over Kawhi Leonard. See? You're showing your bias.
Every year.
Or by 1 point.
I don't know how many points. I can't count that high. Once we got past timetables in 3rd grade, I was
Wait, now it's not by how many points? Yo, this guy's unbelievable.
with math, Jenny. All I know is this.
Okay.
With a career year, he still can't
All I know is that you just suck LeBron's balls. That's what I know.
touch two,
Okay.
3.
All right. So I want to remind you, this is not about reputation. It is about production.
I see Skip been listening to that Nas today.
Here and now this year. It's not about last year. It's not about the year before. It's not about getting to the finals 8 straight years in the Eastern Conference.
Which will, Shannon's saying no right now, but you know that Shannon wants to use that excuse as to say now because of reputation. Some guys have made all NBAs and all defensive teams based on reputation. So I'm not gonna. So with Skip, I disagree on that. Some guys have made it over reputation, but they're trying so hard to put LeBron over the top because they'll find anything to talk about LeBron to make sure he stays relevant on topics when he doesn't even need to be. This is what's so toxic. The media.
What have you done for me lately, as in this year?
Okay.
So LeBron James, in the games he started for the Lakers, the games he played in for the Lakers, the team finished 28 and 27.
Okay.
So that's a key number to remember here because production, as far as impacting scoreboard, was very low given how high the bar is set for LeBron James, right?
Right.
So we had career worst free throw percentage. We talked that
Yes.
to death, but we know that happened. And we had his career worst defensive win shares and second worst offensive win shares. So again, on impact, overall, his PER was the 3rd worst of his career. So in impact on the scoreboard, LeBron had an off year for whatever. He was groin, whatever. I don't know what happened. I only know this.
We already know what happened, Skip. So basically, whatever you're trying to say, you're just trying to piggy blanket, put a Band-Aid on it just to try to make it seem real nice. We all know what happened. And you know the LeBron fans are gonna ride him, like I said, to the death. But everybody knows what happened. Okay, I'll go back in all my videos. I've already explained why. We already know the fiasco that this man, along with Magic and Pelinka and Jeannie Buss, created. This is all their fault.
These are the facts.
Okay.
These are the facts.
Bring to the table when you evaluate, does he belong on the second team? No, he does not belong on the second team. Now let's talk about the third team. There's one man for sure that belongs on the third team, and that is LaMarcus Aldridge of the San Antonio Spurs. He has been a war horse for them all year.
I could agree with that.
He carried them, and he is a rim protector.
This is really hard because the fact that if LeBron, I think LeBron would have made a case for first or second team had he not been trying to pad his stats. Again, the NBA is biased, so they'll find a way to put LeBron at least in second team, at the very least. There's really nothing you can really honestly do about it. They'll find a way to put him on second team. It's a matter of opinion, and, fans don't get to vote. I feel like with a lot of fans opening their eyes, I feel like for some inexplicable reason, he probably might not even be an all-NBA player. But for LeBron, at best, he's third team for me. Because the 27, 8, and 8, like I said, those are overrated, and those are, when you look deep into the numbers, they really have been no bearing and no impact. So those stats are very overrated. I would put him at least third team. Hey, at least he made an All-NBA team. Oh, what are you talking about? He should be second team. Oh, he at least second team. Is it your opinion or is it mine?
Mainly a 5. We play him at the 5.
Okay, so.
Yeah, okay, put him at 5. He ain't gonna take one of the forward spots.
Okay, but you have to put him in a forward.
Okay,
because
yeah.
He's not considered a center. I get you that he plays that role.
That's
Oh my God, the nonsense
He will
Shannon be talking about, yo.
evaluated as a forward, and he will be on the third team. Because if I just do estimated wins added, which is a big third-level stat in the NBA, LaMarcus is 13th to LeBron's 17th ranking in the league. So he had 4 spots better, and the Spurs are 45 and 33, and they are in the playoffs, and obviously the Lakers are not in the playoffs. So that's big advantage LaMarcus
Okay,
Aldridge.
big advantage.
Okay? All right? So that leaves 1 spot left.
Shannon's so mad.
And I'm going to throw this out because this is a team that is now 47 and 31 and a shock to everybody's system in the NBA, and that is Doc Rivers' Clippers. I told you before the year, I think the Clippers are going to be better than the Lakers. That I can't. The injuries happened, so it might have skewed everything, and maybe it should disqualify that whole premise. But the point was,
They still had more than enough time after LeBron came back. Only 2 games out of 8th place at 28 and 27. People need to stop with this nonsense about 4th place and all this kind of stuff. They had plenty of time. It wasn't like if they were 13 games under 500 or 14 games. They were 1 game over 500. They still had time to get it together. Come on, man.
this is a shocking success story. They're 47 and 31, the Clippers. Who is their best player? Gallinari is their best player.
I disagree with that. Best player on the team, Lou Williams. Who has the ball at the end of the game? You already know why. 6-man or starter, Lou Williams to me is the best player on that team, not Gallinari. Gallinari's good, but not the best player. So I disagree with you, Skip.
He's having a career year because he's 20 and 6. It's not LeBron numbers, but he is shooting 43% from the three-point line as a big guy. What is he, 6'11", probably?
Yeah.
And he is
might be
shooting.
their best player, though.
I agree with that, Shannon.
But as far as a starter,
Yeah.
okay, it's this guy.
Yeah.
As a stalwart, it's this guy. Gallinari is shooting 91% from the free throw line. That's extraordinary because it goes Brogdon and Steph and Dame, those 3, and then he's 4th at 91% at 6'10" or 6'11", whatever. That's extraordinary. So on just when you add in the true shooting percentage there, he ranks right there. He's just behind James Harden in overall shooting evaluation.
Right.
Second level stats. Okay. Well, does that merit third team All NBA?
Yeah, we'll give you honorable mention, but you're not getting on third team with no 20 and 6. But anyway, okay, let's just say this. Okay, let's KD. You say KD's gonna be on the first team All NBA.
Will be.
He's playing with Steph and Clay.
Wow. So LeBron played with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. And he can make first team All NBA, but Kevin Durant can't make it because he plays with Steph and Clay and Boogie and Draymond. But LeBron can make it with Kyrie and Kevin Love. But Kevin Durant can't make it because he plays with Steph, Steph, Clay, Draymond, Boogie. Line number 6.
Is that a plus or a minus?
Who's the best player on the team?
I'm just asking.
Who is the best player?
I'm just
Answer the question, Shannon, because he already got you stuttering again. Skip exposing you like crazy, just like me.
I ask a question to you. Who was the back-to-back Finals MVP for the Golden State Warriors?
I don't know about the back.
Thank you.
You do know because he hit the shot in LeBron's face, and he also had Rodney Hood switch off onto Kevin Durant because he didn't want part of that smoke. Yeah, of course you don't know it because now you want to be ignorant.
Hold on. This is what we know about finals. The finals MVP is based on 4, 5, 6, or 7 games.
You see how Shannon avoided the question?
Regular season MVP is based on 82 games.
Okay.
Steph Curry has been back-to-back regular season MVP, and he won one of those awards by more votes than anybody else, which means he was unanimous. Not Will, not Michael, not LeBron, not KD, not Larry or Magic or Kareem have ever won the award unanimous.
Who's the closer for Golden State? It's not Steph.
So now you're building Steph Curry so high. You're trying to make that as an excuse for Durant not making first team All NBA. Come on, man. Look how toxic Shannon is smoking that LaJuice right now. Smoking La Pipe. This dude is ridiculous, man. He's building up Steph Curry so high, who he would criticize now so that KD can't make first team All NBA. Just like how they said that Kevin Durant can't win an MVP because he plays with Steph Curry, when historically, Magic Johnson won an MVP with Kareem and James Worthy. Larry Bird won 3 straight MVPs with McHale and Parrish. LeBron won 2 straight MVPs with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. But Kevin Durant can't do it because he plays with Steph and Clay and Boogie and Draymond.
Skip, I'm just trying to ask. Can I ask you a question? I just want to ask.
Yeah, and Skip is asking you a question and you're not answering. You keep trying to avoid it, deflect it, and change the topic and change the question, Shannon. Skip, for the second day in a row, along with me, we've exposed you again.
Your question. Okay.
I'm answering.
Okay, Stephen Clay. Paul George, he has Russ.
Okay.
Is that a plus or a minus?
It's a plus, but he changed.
Wow, look, Shannon is going at a low so much. Now he's trying to use other players in the league to say why they probably don't deserve to be in an all-NBA position more than LeBron James. This is crazy, man.
Life in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
And by the way, he said
PG and Russ.
LaMarcus Aldridge, using LaMarcus Aldridge, he has DeMar
Before I continue with when Shannon continues with his rant, let me just say this, man. Shout out to Russell Westbrook, second player in NBA history with a 20-20-20 triple-double. Only Wilt Chamberlain accomplished that, and dedicated the game to, Nipsey Hussle. Once again, my man, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, was making such a positive influence for the community, and shot out of his own clothing store in LA, man. Just really sad. So rest in peace to him. Prayers to the family, and Russ, salute to you, man.
Is that a plus or a minus?
That's a lot of nights.
Now he wants to go to LaMarcus Aldridge and DeMar DeRozan. That's the why LaMarcus don't deserve to be on an all-NBA team.
Minus. Don't get me started.
But you say he closing. You love the way he closed. He can close better than number 2. That's what you said.
Yeah, but now Derek White is assuming that
Okay.
role.
Okay. And you said Blake Griffin, you live.
At least Skip is honest, but you see how Shannon keep trying to reach and Shannon making excuses. At least Skip owns up to his.
Blake.
I haven't mentioned him yet, but he's in the conversation because his team is also in the playoffs.
Blake definitely deserves to be an all-NBA player, man. Detroit was not looked at as a playoff team this year, and they're right now in the mix for a playoff spot. Blake Griffin definitely deserves to be there. So all of a sudden, none of those guys deserve to be there but LeBron James. Please.
Albeit in the East.
Okay. He has Andre Drummond. Okay, LeBron. Now, of the guys that I named that could possibly be all NBA, name the guy that LeBron plays with that's comparable to anyone that I named with those other guys.
Well, there was
Simple. Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, Rajon Rondo, JaVale McGee. Isn't it crazy that Brandon Ingram and Kyle Kuzma both improved this year? Look at their stats. But now Shannon's trying to say that they really didn't accomplish anything while playing with LeBron. But he continues to forget that the LeBron James system is part of the reason why the Lakers lose games. Why he's lost 6 times in the NBA Finals. It ain't just because of the competition that LeBron faces. He chooses to play one way and uses that as his crotch for excuses. Am I right or am I right?
stretches, Ingram, Kuzma, Lonzo. There are stretches where I said,
Lonzo?
those kids are really
Hold on.
good.
So I want you to tell me the stretch. And I'm not talking about Armstrong.
You mean when you're stretching with LeBron, when you're stretching his calf muscle, when you're stretching his legs out, when you're stretching his arms, when you're filling up on his back, giving him a mean stretch, when you're watching him and glazing at his eyes when you guys are planking together, that kind of stretch?
When Ingram, Kuzma, JaVale, Lonzo, Hondo, or anybody else was
Did
better
he just call him Hondo, like as if he's some kind of a car, a Honda, Hyundai?
than Stephen Clay, was better than Russ, was better than DeRozan, or was better than Andre Drummond, who's 17 and 15. I just need to know which one.
Okay, I just need to know which player does Shannon Sharp dig in and still say is the best player on the planet, like by far?
I'm going to say it again. Answer the question, Shannon. Because Skip got you again. Another lie.
By far.
No.
That guy.
Yeah, hold on. He's the best player.
28
Hold on, Skip. You're actually telling the truth. You got me. You got me, Skip. You got me, Skip.
and 27 this year.
Hold on.
28 and 27.
Hold on, Skip.
I don't skip.
Skip.
He's the best player. But it's like Usain Bolt, where he was blowing people away in the first, in Rio, in the first Olympics, and then they started getting closer and closer, and then the the championships, he got beat by Justin Gatlin.
did?
So the gap is not what it used to be. They closed. They gave him. I mean, right? KD coming. Because that's why we worried about KD.
can't be he should be worried about Steph Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. What are you talking about? Just KD and James Harden. Now you disrespecting the other players in the game? Yo, this guy Shannon, bro. Yo, his infatuation for another black man is just unreal, man. It's not healthy.
AD arrived 2 years ago.
No, he didn't arrive.
And you're still living in the past.
Shit, Shannon need to see a neurologist, yo, because I don't know what's going on in that brain of his.
Nothing. I'm living right down the future. I told you, Skip. Nah, in the middle of October.
The future is that he could see him and LeBron getting married, getting wed, and they're probably singing "I Promise You" by Jagged Edge.
That's when basketball season gonna kick up. In the middle of October 2019. Okay. People gonna be in a heap of trouble.
Okay.
Because he hears all. He knows all. So I just want you to know. I ain't feeding him this. I'm not telling him what. I don't tell him. I don't want you to know. I just want you to know.
Keep that same energy. If LeBron gets bounced out at another playoffs and doesn't get the players he wants, Shannon, keep that same energy because you haven't kept it all season. You saw how you kept trying to change narratives this entire segment. Exposed.
I don't share this information when he
LeShannon.
and I communicate.
I hope that in the middle of October.
Yo, Shannon, why you lying?
That LeBron James is the third wheel on his team because if that's the case.
Didn't I say this yesterday, guys, that LeBron cannot be the main wheel on a championship team? He can't be, especially with his system, because he's not going to win. And he's going to look even worse. And we could say that his legacy's set, but it's going to somewhat take a hit because you came to the most historic franchise in Los Angeles other than the Boston Celtics. It's going to take a hit. The guys who have played with that purple and gold uniform, he's going to disgrace that organization and that franchise if he doesn't bring a championship, which is why I'm going to move the goalpost. LBJ, you better win a championship this coming season. With the excuses that you and your Lacronis have made this season and your posse, you better bring a championship to LA.
If that's the case, you are good to go. You are back in business because you will have KD and Kyrie and LeBron James in his 17th season. That will
Keep
work.
that in mind, too. He'll be 35.
He will be the favorite to win it all.
Let me look at this. All things are not created equal. Jenny, let's just say we all going for a ride.
Okay.
We going downtown. We going down to the Staples Center.
Okay.
We all hop in the car. Okay.
You're going to take the 10 or Olympic or what are you?
No, we just going.
Oh, we're just going.
We just going. Here's the thing. See, what you trying to do, you like, well, LeBron going along for the ride. That's really not a ride. If me, you, Jenny in the passenger seat, and then I got somebody in the trunk. That's not the same type of ride.
You're right.
See, what you
Got
trying
somebody in the trunk?
No, but you try. That's what you trying to do, LeBron. You trying to make him out to be the little donut tie. That's what you trying to do.
Inspired by saving 20% on workers'
Sorry,
comp insurance
ad
with
commercial.
Buylife.com, my boss found another way to save 20%.
To do.
The third wheel.
Yeah, that's what you trying to do.
Third
Yeah,
wheel.
little donut.
He's on there. He's the third wheel.
No.
He's not in the trunk. He's mounted on the third wheel.
Did he say the
You're
trunk?
right. He ain't the third wheel. He the engine. Where you going without that?
So the engine, that's going to be a failure if he don't become the third player on the championship team. I'm sorry, second or third best player, Shannon.
You see all these police chases, they blow out the tires, and they still going. You don't need tires to go anywhere, but you need an engine.
Yeah.
So he gonna be the engine.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I feel like sometimes I'm the third wheel around you guys. But here's the thing, Shannon. You mentioned
You could be my wheel, Jenny.
a couple years ago.
Facts.
So a few of my friends did a little research, and before we go, we gotta take a picture at our friend Shannon.
What the hell is he?
Powers.
Who the hell is that?
2000.
Skip, those are not my
Halloween.
Those are not
Do
my
y'all see
I
this?
just want you to know people like
Shannon looking butt ugly in that pic right now. Look at that. Are you sure about that? Exactly.
For the show because you look great.
If I were at that
Great?
party, I would have to ask, who are you?
Yeah, who the hell are you?
Those are Powers.
I really think you look great. It's a good look. The hair.
Okay, I'm Anthony Powers.
Anthony Powers.
Powers. Okay, well, whoever found this photo, thank you.
Anywho, man, look, it's your boy Lewis, man, with another one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. Once again, I do my research and I exposed LeShannon Sharp again. He failed once again in his request to try to up LeBron James on his All-NBA aspect. So let me know what you guys think, man. Bless up. As always, one love. Peace. Thanks for watching.